Hey everyone, it's Tyler the Antenna Man here to tell you about the new Evoca paid over-the-air TV service. It just launched in Boise, Idaho and uses a new ATSC 3.0 NextGen TV standard to combine traditional over-the-air TV channels with a variety of TV networks you'd typically get from a cable TV package. What gives? Over-the-air TV has always been free, and now there's some company out there that appears to be using frequencies meant for broadcast TV stations to launch a paid over-the-air TV service. Is this the beginning of the end of free over-the-air TV as we know it? I'll let you know in this video. If you're seeing me for the first time, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that little bell icon for notifications. My channel is dedicated to the antenna and cord cutting community. I'm always updating it with antenna reviews, reception tips, and updates on ATSC 3.0 NextGen TV, the new TV standard that's launching in the United States. So back to the main subject of this video. Evoca is a paid over-the-air TV service that recently launched in Boise, Idaho. It offers over 60 live and on-demand channels for $49 a month with an introductory rate of $20 a month. Is this service going to expand nationwide and kill free over-the-air TV as we know it? Instead of just giving my opinion and speculation, I went straight to the source and interviewed Todd Achilles. He's the CEO of Edge Networks, the company behind Evoca. I actually was invited to his lab last year to learn about his company's approach to ATSC 3.0. I saw 9 high-definition channels and even one 4K Ultra HD channel, all broadcast on one single RF channel, which was very impressive. When I discovered his lab was working on ATSC 3.0 for a paid over-the-air TV service, it really scared me at first, until I learned more about the business model of Evoca, which you'll see in this video. Make sure you watch the whole interview, as there's a lot of important content in it. Don't just skip through and go through some of the segments. I know a lot of you do that. You won't get the whole picture, so make sure you watch the whole interview portion. Alright, so I'm here with Todd Achilles of Edge Networks, which is a company that's launching the Evoca paid over-the-air TV service. How are you doing today, Todd?
Good. It's nice to catch up with you.
Same here. So I have a few questions for you, Todd, and I got to bring out my little cheat sheet cell phone to see what all they were. Just tell me a little bit about yourself and the background of the company.
So Edge Networks is a 2-year-old broadcaster. We're based in Boise, Idaho, and we operate 2 ATSC 3.0 stations here across the Boise market. We've launched a new pay TV service called Evoca, and what we're trying to do with Evoca is provide a competitive alternative to the cable companies and the satellite providers with a bundle of channels. The big difference is that we're delivering this over ATSC 3.0, which is the new broadcast standard that the FCC approved back in 2017. We operate at about 20 times the capacity of today's broadcast technology. Wow. But we also converge broadcast and broadband. So we've actually, technically you could argue we've got infinite capacity, because we combine both video streaming over the air with video streaming over the broadband connection to create that bundle of channels that people have in the home.
So just out of curiosity, I know Idaho has a lot of very rural areas without access to high-speed internet. Does a person necessarily need to have internet service in order to use Evoca?
You do need internet service. The big difference though is, you really don't need a great big expensive high-speed pipe like a lot of the other 100% streaming services. Because we balance the traffic between broadcast and broadband, it takes a lot of the pressure off the sort of broadband connection that you need in the home.
Cool. So you said that you had launched in Boise, Idaho. Are there any other markets that you plan on launching? And if you don't want to mention specific markets, maybe just a general area?
The next wave of markets we intend to focus, we kind of want to stay in the neighborhood. So Idaho, Montana, Nevada, Utah. But a lot of these are markets like Boise that are effectively TV deserts, right? The local telephone company doesn't offer pay TV anymore. The cable operators typically aren't excited about offering pay TV, particularly in smaller communities. A lot of smaller cable operators have dropped pay TV. And so that just doesn't leave a lot of choice. And that's where 3.0 and our architecture can really make a difference.
So the next question I'm going to ask Ty is a question that many of you are probably wondering as you're watching this. Are you going to kill free over-the-air TV?
Absolutely not. And in fact, I think 3.0 is the best thing to happen to free over-the-air TV since the digital conversion. First of all, 3.0 is an incredible standard. It's so much more robust than 1.0 is, and it's more spectrally efficient, and it's IP based. So it's kind of 5G for broadcast, I think is the best way to think about it, number one. And number two, in the same way that subscription video on demand and ad supported video on demand coexist, I think exactly the same thing is going to happen in broadcast in the future. Some of the channels that we offer free over the air. Others we offer as part of the package. But they each have their place depending on what people want to watch and how they kind of view the service. But I think that the best thing to happen in broadcast is 3.0, and it's just going to expand the range of opportunities.
And you had mentioned that Evoca is only going to use 2 RF channels, so it's not like you guys are going to jump on board every single TV station in the market and wipe them out. It's just mainly like 1 or 2 stations that are usually low powered, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're a pretty small company. I think it'd be hard for us to wipe out anybody else in the market. But there's still a bunch of unused TV stations in this market, and particularly in medium and small markets that just aren't even on the air. So, our intent is to make Evoca a complement to what's available over the air, and just sort of round out the options for consumers in these markets.
So is there anything else you'd like to tell my viewers just to ensure that you're not this evil being that's going to kill over-the-air TV?
Yeah, again, I think the model that we're developing is really intended, I think, as part of a broader effort to revitalize TV. With 3.0, the opportunities are just limitless. And there's an analogy I like to use. I come out of the mobile industry, but when the mobile industry converted to 3G, really everything changed, right? Because for the first time, mobile networks talked to the internet, and that allowed mobile phones to go hit websites on the internet. And then you had open operating systems and smartphones and app stores and all of this stuff. And next thing you know, there's billion-dollar businesses like Airbnb and Uber and Lyft and so forth that are just applications sitting on top of this whole stack. The big thing about 3.0 is for the first time, broadcast now talks to the internet. And I think the same sort of revolution is possible in broadcast, where we may stop thinking of TV on a channel basis and think about more as an application that sits on top of this stack. And I think this is the really cool stuff that's going to happen over the next decade or two.
That's actually a very good point. I never thought about that, and most of you probably haven't thought about that, but TV for a long time has been pretty much the same for the last 70 years. It's been linear, a little bit of on-demand. The same was with cell phones up until 3G launched. That's when things completely changed for the better. And the same could definitely be said with ATSC 3.0 and the advancement of television.
The other thing that I think is important is just how we consume this video content. So, we believe the future of TV is live and on demand. The kind of linear channel bundle that we've been living with for the last couple decades is really getting barbelled. It's either got to become more live or more on demand. Hands down, the best way to deliver live is broadcast, right? You've got all of those one-to-many efficiencies. And the only way to get on-demand content is over a broadband connection. So that's why we've architected this platform that's designed to optimize the delivery of live and optimize the delivery of VOD by combining broadcast and broadband which you can only do with 3.0 because now it's all IP based. And we really think this is the model going forward.
Now, time for my speculation. Do I think this service is going to kill free over-the-air TV as we know it? Absolutely not. Todd made some very good points in the interview. His service uses mostly underutilized spectrum and even offers some free channels. Evoca also targets areas that are underserved by cable communities, so even if it does take off, you're not likely to see it in all markets. If my interview doesn't satisfy your suspicion like it did for this guy,
he's going to kill over-the-air TV. His log says no signal. Todd Achilles did that.
here is some reassurance. First, the FCC requires the main.1 channel of any broadcast TV signal to be free and open to the public without any paywall. In fact, it's been this way since ATSC 1.0 launched decades ago, the current standard we use. TV stations use the additional spectrum for diginets like MeTV, Antenna TV, and Comet TV, not paid over-the-air TV services. Second, Evoca is not the first company to try paid over-the-air TV. OnTV tried it back in the 1980s and not much came of it. The same for USD TV, which launched in several cities back in 2003, but filed for bankruptcy just 3 years later. I'm not saying that Evoca is going to fail. After all, there's been a lot of technological changes in the past 2 decades since the last attempt at paid over-the-air TV. What I'm saying is that free over-the-air TV is a market in itself, and Todd isn't going after that market. He's not this evil empire that's looking to get rich by killing free over-the-air TV. He's going after underserved TV communities using maybe 1 or 2 TV stations that are likely not being utilized anyway. So free over-the-air TV lives on. It's not going anywhere, at least for a while. If anything tries to mess it up, like another FCC repack, you can be sure that I'll be the first one to bring up the issue and expose the corruption before it creates a huge mess. Thanks again for watching my YouTube channel. A huge thanks to these folks who help support me on Patreon. If you would like to help support the YouTube channel while gaining exclusive perks such as behind the scenes content, access to my videos the day before, and direct contact with me, visit patreon.com/antennaman. If you are on Facebook, like my Facebook page at facebook.com/antennamanpa. If you are not on Facebook and would like to receive email updates on whenever I post a new video, I attach my email list in the description of this video. Thanks again for watching and have an awesome day.